get started. Okay. Welcome everyone to the Interceptor Entertainment Future of Rise of the Triad stream. I have my lead level designer Leon with me, and Leon is gonna pop his face out here in the corner. Hello guys, my name is Leon.
Hello.
There we go. First of all, how's the sound for you guys? Leave us a message in the chat and let us know if we are both going through loud and clearly. Leon, say something good.
I like waffles.
And chocolate milk.
Yeah, chocolate milk.
Alright, cool. Okay, in this epic stream, we are going to show you the future of Rise of the Triad and what we are working on. We have a ton of stuff going on. Basically, since release, we have been reading every single comment and every single Facebook post and every single tweet and forum post and so on from basically every community we could find out there that had anything to do with Rise of the Triad. And what we did, and I might as well show you guys so you can see how our progress with this, instead of just going through what you guys reported and finding the stuff we felt that we should fix, we actually went through every single bug you guys have ever posted, and we created a nice little document that basically is around 50 pages long now, with every single community feedback you guys have ever posted on any forum, including our steps to what we are going to do to fix these things. And these are things that we're currently working on. All of the green stuff is all the stuff that's already fixed, including community feedback and so on. So there is a ton of stuff, and if you post anything anywhere on any forum, we will most likely see it and go in and work on a fix and ask the community for help, what they think of the fix, if it works for them, especially when it comes to balancing, if there's a weapon that's too strong or something that's too weak and so on. So basically, yeah, this is what we have been working on since release. We're doing a ton of stuff for a huge patch. You know, this will be a giant patch. Instead of releasing a further small hot fixes, we wanted to pump everything into one giant patch for you guys that has basically everything you feel that's wrong with the game and that could use tweaks and polish and so on. So that's what we're currently working on for the patch. For some more fun stuff, we are also working on our first DLC. And as you know, all DLC will be free for Rise of the Triad. Our first DLC pack will include 5 levels. That's as many as there are in the game currently, 5 multiplayer maps. So that will boost up the multiplayer count to 10 maps. And these 5 new maps will be pretty badass. They will include a ton of new scenery and everything from cathedral levels to big bases and desert mountain level to a classic map from the original Rise of the Triad, or that at least looks as it was from the original Rise of the Triad. Besides that, we're working on some other cool stuff. We're working on a new weapon, the ROTT gun, that we are really looking forward to checking out. We're working on new gameplay modes. We're working on pretty much everything out there. We even see if we can find someone that wanted to code in a Triad card game based on that fan picture someone posted on our Facebook. But yeah, I have Leon with me here, and we are going to show you the... First of all, we have a ton of stuff we want to show you, but first of all, we're going to show you the ROTT development kit. I'm going to go through the basics, the very, very basics, and then I'm going to let Leon tell you about the hardcore stuff that I don't know anything about.
The hardcore.
The hardcore. for those of us, for those of you that that know Unreal Engine already, most of this will be familiar to you, and we'll also show you some new cool things and how you have to treat levels in Rise of the Triad a bit differently than those from Unreal Engine. Let's get started. I'm gonna load up the editor here. So this is the Ludicrous development kit loading screen, and as you can see here, it pretty much looks like Unreal Engine 3 with slight modifications to the engine itself. So if you're anyways interested in level design, let's get started and show you guys some cool stuff. What do you think we should boot up first, Leon? Just E1L1 and go through some of the kismet? And
We could do that, yeah.
Alright. E1L1. So this is a level all of you know by now. So that I think it's pretty good startup level. So whoa, there's sound in there as well. A pretty good startup level for all of you to check
take a
out.
look at. Yeah.
Leon, you see the stream as well, right?
Yeah, I see a stream.
Let's actually find and can you send me a blueprint of the original E1L1? Then we can kind of do a top-down comparison. Between the two.
I can't do it quickly. I can share my screen with. All right, hang on. Let's have a look here. Can you share your Skype screen? Would that work?
I can do that. Or you can share your Skype screen.
Yeah.
And then I can
right.
put that on the.
Yeah. All right.
the
Let's do
screen.
that. Just give me a sec to get ready here. Dun. Okay. In the thick of it. All right. I'll share my screen. Can you see that coming through?
Let's see. Oh yeah. So let me actually rotate.
Yeah, you got to go
Yeah.
90 degrees.
I'm gonna rotate this around. And let's see. Ha! Exactly. Hey, can you tell us a bit about the approach you guys did when you looked at the original designs and how you decided to translate that into the new Rise of the Triad?
Yeah. Well, for this one, the very first one is pretty much, an exact copy, aside from we made it that you could link up to that second bunker by going through that corridor on the side. So it's a bit, there's like an extra path, but aside from that, it's pretty much the same. But yeah, for the other levels, we actually did use sort of what we thought was the best parts of the layouts. If there was a certain part we thought was really good, we kept it. But if there was a confusing, mazy part, we'd probably cut it out.
Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. Seeing it completely from top down, and as far as I know, when Daniel did the blog up for this, he actually used the original blueprint as well, I think.
Yeah.
But we haven't done that with all levels, just some of them, the most iconic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially the end part there. Let me go over here as well, and put that in. So yeah, you can see.
Yeah, you can really see it when you look at it from the top down. Yeah.
This is actually really cool. There's even the secret inside the building here where we have the firewall hidden. So yeah, let's get down to the beginning. So basically, the way I'm just gonna cover the basics of how the editor works in Rise of the Triad. It might seem really confusing when looking at it right now. A ton of stuff, especially for those of you that has never designed levels before. But basically, it's based on the Unreal Engine, and the Unreal Engine back in the days was basically based on what's called subtractive and additive level design, where you either subtract big blocks out of the world, or you add blocks to a world. And everything back then was done by something called BSP, which is how, you know, levels in Quake 3, basically most of the games from the 90s and early 2000s was done primarily with BSP. And with BSP is basically just building blocks within the game. Completely 90-degree angle square blocks you can build stuff out of. That's how Quake was made, that's how Quake 2, Quake 3 and so on was made. In modern games you use what's called static meshes. Static meshes is everything the artists create as 3D models, like this pillar right here.
Yeah. Do you know a good way to show how this actually works is to hit Alt W and it will hide all the static meshes, and then you can see how it's built up.
So basically, everything you see here is the BSP, except for the terrain. I'm just going to hide the terrain as well. So everything you see here is the BSP, and the way we do it when we design levels is we start by blocking out all of the BSP of how the level is supposed to be for us, and then we put textures on everything, and then we fill it out with lights, static meshes, and so on. It's actually pretty simple to create something in BSP. Leon, I can go in and show them, you know, just a basic hallway in a new level, and put in a few lights and something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to do a night level here. So we can use this to just cover the basics, like put in a player start, put in maybe an enemy, something like that.
Yeah.
Some very simple things. So what I'm going to start with here, you can already see in this template map we already have some BSP. All of this is BSP. You know, the ground, the block, and so on is BSP. The red block here is your builder brush, and your builder brush is what you use to build your geometry with in BSP. So let's say I wanted a long hallway here, and I know Leon is super pro in BSP. He's the master of BSP. I'm kind of noobish in PSP, but I'm gonna try my best.
All right, what are you gonna do? You want to make a hallway?
Yeah, basically, I'm just gonna, you know, you can use a few different tools to create your BSP. Some like to use the brushes and manually put in the properties. I like to use the geometry tool to basically shape my BSP. So what I'm going to do is use the builder brush to basically shape what I would consider being a hallway. So I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it additive, I think. So I'm just gonna use 2 builder brushes and then do a ceiling as well. So this right here will be my one wall. I'm gonna put the hallway over here, and then I'm. Do you think this is high enough?
How high is it?
It's the same height as the default block. Yeah, it's high enough then.
You can always you can middle click on the viewport and it will drag and it will tell you how high something is.
Yeah, I think it's the correct height. It's the same height as the default block. I think that's
so
just...
It's 256, yeah.
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 Okay, I'm gonna add this right here. This is my one wall. And then I'm gonna drag my builder brush over here, add my second wall, and then I'm gonna do the ceiling from my top viewport here. There we go, and then take the bottom part here and drag it up. Actually, I'm gonna drag the whole thing up just once more. There we go. Very simple. Here we have a hallway. Fred style hallway. Look at that. Okay, the volume is insanely loud in the game right now. Let me just turn that down a bit.
Yeah. And hallway.
Let me just... Alright. So yeah, this is a hallway. So this is BSP, and with the BSP, you basically create the layout of your levels. Leon, let me just show you them how you plan your levels before we go into to putting some lights and some set dressing on this. I'm basically gonna go into our back end here and show them some level design documentation. Which level do you want me to show them?
Let's do E4L2.
E4L2.
It's quite a good one.
Actually, can you tell them about which tool you use to do your top-down views with?
I actually use Doom Builder, which is, you know, top-down Doom style, and then I exported it as a PDF. So I'm probably the only person in the world that does that, though.
Can you quickly go through this and tell the guys how you, like, before you even go in to do the BSP, what the first thing you do as a level designer when you want to do levels for, like, professional levels at least?
Well, you've got to, well, because we were basing this off the original levels, I first, would play through the original level, a couple of times to sort of, get really familiar with it. And then I opened up the Rise of the Triad editor as well and had a look through the original. And then I kind of, copied what I thought was, the critical path of the level, and, any, secrets that I thought would stand out. And then I also added some new stuff, like falling trapdoors and gads spinning around. Some bits, I completely reworked or whatever. But it's, you kind of have to get creative when it comes to stuff like that, because this is in 3D and ROTT was, 2.5D. So, yeah.
2.5D.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is how a pro does levels. I just drag stuff into a map and try and make it look pretty, and then Leon bashes me like crazy. He's like, "Fred, you need documentation." But yeah, this is basically how all of our levels are designed. As you can see in the figure fit, as you can see here, it basically matches up Leon's original game's design. Pretty much. There's only a handful of levels that are based on the original. Very few.
Well, E1L1 is by far the closest to the original game. And it makes sense to do that because it's, if you've played the original game, you instantly recognize it.
The room was pretty insane. I remember when we watched that the first time.
Yeah, the room is a lot different to the original, but it's,
Check this out. Basically how all the puzzles should work and how you get through all of the different things and so on. So before we even started touching anything in the game, before we started opening our level editor for the first time, all the level designers did this. We basically did all the documentation before we even started on the game, just to make sure we had something that we felt was really fun and really cool and very old school as well.
And if you look at the next one, actually spiraling in, that's quite close to the original. It's a lot more streamlined, though.
The Kinsey from the chat thinks that that there should be put 1,000 curses upon Daniel Hijatz's family.
Oh my god,
that's a bit brutal. This is spiraling in, yeah.
Yeah. The bouncy castle, there's actually a secret Mercury mode you can bypass the whole thing if you pay attention.
Yeah. I see a lot of people on the on YouTube that whenever they jump on a jump pad, they move into the jump pad while jumping on it, and then they mess a lot of the jumps up. It's actually really easy getting through most of the jump puzzles. All you have to do is, as soon as you land on the jump pad, don't touch any buttons at all. And then most of the time the jump pads will automatically take you where you need to go, or it will just take you straight up and land straight down. So no matter how much force you fly into the jump pad, as long as you don't touch any buttons when you land on it, you'll be
fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you keep that in mind, most of the jump puzzles are actually really easy. Except the vomitorium.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then imagine that Leon made one long hallway. in his documentation. So this hallway right here would then need to be first of all we need a player start. That's all in our template map. So we're gonna drag
that comes with the template, yeah. So don't worry about that. It also comes with global light, which is handy.
That's
and
the
a
one
fog volume.
right
I mean, a fog exponential fog actor.
Exactly. That's the exponential height fog that we can just bump up like crazy and make it all really cool. But the next basic step is to start adding. Let's say this was your entire level. You have a hallway. That's your level. The most boring level ever, or the best multiplayer level in history. How awesome would that be?
What, a single hallway?
Just a hallway with a ton of guns.
At each end, and then you just have to run into 1v1 people. Meet at the middle.
Exactly.
That would be so cool.
What I usually do is I'm on the, besides being on the guy that lights levels, I am also on the set dressing team. So basically, Leon often delivers a level like this to me. Not a hallway, but something else. But everything in checkerboard BSP, and then he also has visual key art basically that shows, okay, Fred, this level is going to be a bunker level. And then basically what I go in and do is I search for static meshes that has anything to do with bunkers. So for instance, if I want bunker pillars on the side, I search for a pillar and drag that in. And then we have a pillar here. And so this, I can just do a quick little...
Another good thing here for the visual reference side of thing is concept art. That helps immensely for web design. Yeah.
And everything in our game is extremely modular, so we can just later here show you what insane stuff our level designers have done.
This is much different to most modern games where set pieces are large chunks of the level, whereas this is built up from a ton of modular pieces, so you can create a whole bunch of stuff. You don't really need to spend a lot of time making your own stuff because there's a ton of stuff to work with, which is really good. There's been a lot of games like that lately. So
what I usually do if I design a hallway here, I usually group it all together, and then I basically mirror it. And then we have almost a hallway. Next part is to put on some a floor. Search for floor. That's a material, and we're gonna do the concrete floor. That was huge. So,
yeah, I think the old that's actually a mesh that comes with the
yeah, that's not even BSP. Let me drop down some BSP there instead.
You can make it BSP, yeah.
I'm just gonna take my
just take the roof.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the roof and make that a floor as well, and then delete the actual floor. And I'm gonna add this right here. There we go.
Okay.
What a pretty little floor. Okay, let's see. We're gonna make this a 2. A 1. Is that too high? No, let's make it 2. And flip it. So there we got the floor. And for the walls, I'm gonna search for concrete. We want something that matches the pillars here. So we are going to use. Let's see. Concrete wall. Nah, that doesn't match too good. Let's see, concrete material. Something like this. Perfect. Put that over here. So this is obviously a very, very ugly hallway.
It's a bit of a low res.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Needs a few lights in there, and stuff like that. But this is just the basics of how you actually create, how you do set dressing, how you do DSP.
ESP.
BSP.
ESP.
So that's basically the basics. And if you do this a whole lot of times,
if you do this 1,000 times,
you end up with this.
Yeah.
Yay. So that's basically the design part of the levels. There's a lot of little things in there that requires a lot of technical finesse. But the second part of the level design is basically the scripting. Leon, I'm gonna open up the Kismet, and then maybe you can tell me where to look and how our levels are done in streaming and so on.
Well, streaming is a bit complicated. I mean, I would refer to the Epic documentation anytime you want to look at the streaming stuff, or you can just kind of look at what we've got, because that's quite complicated. But as far as, I think the most important thing is like enemies spawning. That's one thing that we do a bit differently.
Let's find...
If you click on S1 there, in the sequences list, down the bottom there.
Let's see where we have the enemies. Start area combat scene. There we go.
Yeah, so there we go. So basically what happens is you hit a trigger. And...
That trigger is
yeah.
This one. Let me just double click so they can see where that is. That is this trigger right here. So this is the first trigger you hit in the level that activates the enemies, right?
Yeah, and then we have a special thing called the archetype spawner that spawns the enemies, and you can put a list of enemies that you want to pop in there. It'll choose from a random list, or you can just put one in, and then it'll be always the same guy that spawns. And then you pick a path node for where you want it to start, and he'll just pop in. And the reason we spawn them with triggers is because of the streaming levels. If you had stuff loading in beforehand, it would just take up resources.
What can you tell us a bit about the apples?
The apples are path nodes. You just place a path node in the world, and that's where the enemy will spawn from. We've also got move to actor, and if you tell them to go there, they'll move to whichever path node you pop in that one.
Cool.
Yeah, but as for how they get around, we use nav mesh, which is those pylons.
These right here, yeah, pylon seed, right?
No, the pylon seed is like a thing that enables you to put something within a pylon if it's out of reach. So like up on that upper level there, the pylon wouldn't be able to find it, so you have to pop a seed in.
Cool.
But this is all quite, I think it's a good idea to, like, you can look all the stuff up on the UDN documentation. Yeah. It's all there. That's the best thing. And you can also search all their forums too if you get stuck with stuff, which is really good.
This is all of this Kismet right here that Leon put into this part is for the first scripting level of the game, of this level, which is basically
the first half.
Yeah. Up until the
checkpoint.
The first checkpoint.
Yeah.
So you can see there's kind of like a lot of stuff going on here. Leon, for those that are familiar with Unreal Engine, can you talk about which new events and stuff like that if you like just go in a blank space and right click, you can see we've got a whole bunch of stuff called, if you go like new action, and then there's like ROTT actions. We've got quite a few things there. What have we got? What does it say? See, we have achievement, we have
we've got
archetype spawners, change score, so on.
Yeah. So that's all that stuff. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory what they do. The main one is the archetype spawner, which we use to spawn enemies. And then there's other stuff like, I guess there's there's achievement unlocks and stuff, but I think they might be. So basically,
let's try doing a little example here. Let's say that when you start E1L1, you want General Darien just to stand right in front of you and start shoot at you.
In E1L1, you want General Darien
just to stand in front of you.
That's actually that's quite easy.
All right.
Okay,
so
place a path node down.
All right. So that's from the actions, right? Actor classes.
Or you can right click. It's normally in the normal add actor. You just go right click add actor and there should be path node.
Let me just do the right click instead. So let's put him right in front of the player.
Yeah, right in front.
Right in front of the player.
Okay, so you got that path node.
Yep.
I think you might need to move that further a bit. Oh no, sorry, the stream's a bit behind. Sorry. Yeah, okay. So right click on an empty space in that main sequence and go new action, ROTT actions, archetype spawner.
ROTT actions, archetype spawner. Yep.
Yep, and then where it says spawn point, just right click on that and go use new object variable from path node.
We also need a level start, right?
Yeah, we'll do that after that. Oh yeah, you can pop one in.
Alright.
So where it says spawn point, yeah, just right click. Yeah, you did it.
Oh, sorry. There's new events, level loaded.
Yeah.
We're still in S1. Oh, that's fine. Okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Alright, cool.
And then what you need to do is go into the content browser and look up enemy archetypes, and you want to search for General Darian. I'm not sure which one it's called.
Let's see, we have AI archetypes. We have AI Darian.
No, pawn archetypes, not AI. Pawn archetypes.
Let's see here. Darian boss, right? Or just enemy?
Yeah. Yep, this one.
Alright.
Just whack that.
We'll pop that into our archetype spawner.
Yep. You got to copy the full name to clipboard.
Yeah.
Because it's an Unreal Engine thing.
Unreal Engine bug.
You can't put archetypes. I don't know why.
All right.
I don't know why they do that. Okay, and that should be it.
That's pretty much it. So basically, that's how you add an enemy. So let's try it out and say hello. He's gonna rape us, right?
Yeah.
Well, I see his health bar, but no Darian. Oh shit! We forgot to build paths.
That could be why.
Build paths.
Yeah. There might be a special case with the bosses, but you could just pop in an enforcer or something if you wanted.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work.
Okay, let's see. There we go. Perfect.
I mean, the best thing for people to do when they get this is just, you know, have a look through what we've got already and just, you know, start copying stuff.
Copy pasting stuff from all over.
Yeah, yeah. I could even make a prefab map with.
There's no Darian. What have we done? We have broken it.
I'm not sure. There could be, you know, he might have some special stuff.
Yeah, let's pump in an enemy instead. Let's take
put a monk in or something.
Oh yeah.
A robot.
Stone Guardian. Can we use him? Oh, he's also mini boss. Oh, we can.
Yeah, it should work.
All right, let's try Stone Guardian. I'm sure I'm using the right level loaded, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, let's see. Leon, this doesn't work. This is embarrassing.
Are they the pawn archetypes?
Yeah. I'll just take an enforcer. Enemy enforcer. There we go. Let me know if I'm doing something wrong. Oh no, there he is. Oh, okay, yeah, it's because we're using bosses.
Yeah, they might take, you know, they probably have some special stuff set up for them.
That enforcer opened the secret for me. That was pretty cool.
Really?
Yeah. He threw a grenade and opened up the secret for me.
Nice.
Let me actually, so yeah, basically, and you can just copy paste him a ton of times, right? And then you have a ton of archetype spawners, I guess.
Alright.
Alright. So yeah, Lynn, we have a small little cool mission we want to do here on the live stream.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about what it is?
What are we gonna do? We're gonna recreate the beginning area of the hunt begins in LDK using the classic assets.
Oh so, yeah, assets.
It's gonna be cool.
Let me, for those that don't remember, let me let me find the level here on YouTube, so you guys can check out the beginning of. This is most likely what most of you guys played when you played Rise of the Triad. This was the shareware first level in the shareware episode.
Back when we were all poor children of the 90s.
Exactly.
We couldn't afford games.
I didn't even know what it was. I thought this was the full game. I had no idea what shareware was. I just thought it sounded funny.
Yeah.
So I had Leon do basically send me this blueprint, and Leon, what I'm thinking about doing is I want to put this into Photoshop and then basically trim the corners, because there's some corners that are not exactly a square, and then so basically make it completely fit to all the squares around the corners.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna try and make a BSP that is the same size as one square times as many squares as we have on the sheet, and then make the sheet the floor.
I think maybe just do the first room might be a bit quicker.
All right. So basically, okay, let me try and open this in Photoshop.
Make it square, you know, like your selection. So
yeah. See if we can. This could be pretty cool. And then we'll basically be able to drag drop the classic assets down onto this. Let me see here. So see if I can get a square.
Hey Fred, we've got a question. Will we be able to import our own custom static meshes into LDK?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
As many as you want to. Okay, let's see if I can get something that's completely square. Alright. This is completely square, but I do think I need to move it just a slight bit. Oh yeah, I need to zoom in way more. Let me just go down here. So, yep, there we go.
All right.
This is gonna be really cool, Leon. So all the way out here. Oh no.
Dave says we need background music.
We have background music.
We do?
Yeah. Maybe I need to turn it up.
Maybe you need to pump the jam. Pump the jam.
I'm gonna pump up the jam. Okay, let me just find the edge of this list right there. Let's see. Okay. I think. Oh shit, no, this is not it. Okay, I need to add the last part. Oh my god,
yep.
This is this pixel work right here. Ah shit. Okay. Come on. There we go. I got it. I got it. Why you do this? Spooty. Okay, I think we got this. This is the edge. Yep. And there we go. Exact dimensions. Gonna cut this into a new. Yep. 481 times 481. Cool. There we go. Music. There we go. Okay, let's see. So I'm just gonna scale this up to 512, 512.
Yeah.
There we
Should
go.
really matter, should it?
Yeah, it's just the default UE3 texture size. That's really easy to work with. Okay, let's say this is a TGA, and then make a cool little texture. So this is Hunt TGA. All right. Let's see. Oh, I already have it open. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I have the editor open.
Oh yeah, of course you do.
Let me use the template map we have for
the
classic ROTT star.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. So let's see. Is the floor BSP? No, no, that's not BSP.
Nope. It's a static mesh.
So, okay, let me just drag in a block to start with. Classic. Yeah. So each of these are, what did you say they were?
Those, well, the floor tiles are 256 by 256, but the blocks are 128 by 128.
Okay, let me go to 128 mode.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
That's the best thing. And then hit Control Enter, so it snaps the grid.
What do you think we should make the BSP in size? So we have, I guess we have to count all of the blocks.
You have to do some maths, yeah.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31 times 31.
Okay, 31 times, 128. That's what you need. 31 times 128. So it's 3968 by 3968.
3968 by 3968.
Yeah, and then when you scale your BSP material, just make it fit.
Yeah.
Yep.
3968 times 3968.
Yep.
Alright, let me try and go to the side view. Make that our floor. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna add. This looks good. I'm just gonna remove the flashing floor pieces we have here. Okay, so this is basically. Let's hope this works. This could be really cool.
Yeah. What should I do?
Okay, let's see.
Provided the calculations are correct.
Okay, let's do. Let's just take one of the materials we used for the classic package.
Yeah, that's an idea.
There we go. I'm just gonna take this constant, and we'll call this one. We'll call this one Hunt. Okay, so we take this, and then we import the diffuse.
Yep.
And that was Hunt TGA. That's fine. There we go. Oh yeah, look at this. What a beauty. Yeah, and I just make it fit. I think that's 1. Whoop. 0.
You say F5 and then click fit. There should be like... No, down the bottom there, there's fit. There's default planar box fit.
Oh yeah.
Fit. Yeah.
Look at that, Leon.
Yeah. Does it scale? Did it scale right?
It scales perfectly.
Oh yeah, man.
This is awesome.
Stay in school, kids. Yeah.
No. No.
It's not.
Ah, crap.
What is it slightly off?
Yeah.
That's good enough though, right?
Well, the let's see where it goes wrong.
Did you count? Did you count correctly? Okay, forget the school. Do the drugs.
Yeah, do the drugs instead. Okay, let me count again.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So one row, yeah, 31.
31, 28. Was it 31 each way?
Yeah, because it's the same size.
Yeah.
It's completely square.
Well, that's... Oh, it should fit.
Yeah, it's slightly off. Do you think the actual grid is slightly off?
Of the original image, it could be. Yeah.
Okay, so let's... yeah, we can work with this.
It's good enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so every wall had a specific height. Do you remember how high they were in the original?
As high as I am right now, but no, I'll check. Just let me go. I'll just open up the old level.
Shit, I skipped 12, someone said.
Did you?
I didn't... Okay, let me try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. What?
The guy said it's 31
yeah, it's
by
30 by
32.
30. Well, one says it's 30 by 30. We're noobs. We're the biggest.
Everyone's a noob. Everyone's given us different stuff.
Well, okay, it's completely square. We have the resolution. It's 512 times 512. So if one line is 30, another must be 30. Let's try 30 by 30 then.
Yeah, you can just redo it. Give it a go.
So let's do the cube. So what's that instead?
What's 30 by 30?
Yeah.
30 times 128, you mean?
Yeah.
That's 3840.
So 3840. Let's try that instead. 3840 times 3840. We're gonna build that. Let me just remove the old one and add the new one. This is probably even more screwed up than before. Oh man. Okay, let's try this. I have to rebuild geometry. Oh, would you look at that? It fits perfectly, Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as you know how to count, you'll be fine.
if you know basic math, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Please teach us.
And it's 4 in Z height, so 4 blocks.
So 4 blocks
Height.
was the height of everything.
Yep.
So I'd say let's make one group that's 4 high.
Yep. And then just group that sucker.
Okay, I'll start with the first one. So that's the let me just find the texture. So that's that texture right here.
Yep.
Which
Simon
is...
categorized them, so it's probably under stone or something.
Oh yeah, he does. Materials bricks.
Good guy Simon categorized it.
Okay, Leon, which one do you think it is?
What do you mean?
This one on the floor. Which one do you think it is in our texture?
Oh, keep going. It's not in that lot. Go, keep. What else is there? Stone or something? Or
I'm just gonna select all of them. We have brick, door, metal, stone. We have stone, yeah.
Yeah, stone. It'll be in stone.
This one, right? Matte stone, dark brick. That's the one, right?
Yep. Yep.
All right. Let's make a block. Okay, I'm just gonna delete the other ones here. So 4 blocks high. I thought they were way higher in the original.
Oh no, it's only 4. Once you get into the game and everything, it'll sort itself out. You know, the perspective and everything.
All right. I'll group it all together. And actually, let's go to the top view. That's probably a bit more fun.
Yeah.
And then have it in this mode right here. And would you look at that? See, this is how you do classic maps in... You know what could be really cool to do? If we supply the fans with template maps that has this on the ground for like
we can do that.
Whatever they request. That could be really cool. Yeah. So they can just go in and do this, and then I guess this is the closest we'll get to.
We can release this. What we're doing, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Then people have this to start with at least.
Yeah. You don't need to build up all the all the blocks. You just need to do the outline. Or you can if you're going to be like Mr. Perfection 1-to-1.
Oh yeah. If someone no clips outside, we need to make sure that.
This isn't right.
Okay, let's see. Oh, let me save. Holy cow. There we go. I actually saved the template, but screw that. We're also gonna have the original music in here. We need that. Going down the fast way.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the entire outline. So that one right here, between these, is that also 4 blocks high one?
Everything is 4 blocks high, no matter what.
Also, I remember the fences. Were they as 4 blocks as well?
No, they're just 1.
Yeah.
And same with the old metal bits. You know, whatever you call them, scaffolding or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
There's actually no blocks there. That's a sky. See that? So you wouldn't put the blocks there.
Oh yeah.
Just leave it. See where it cuts off on the side there.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Circles. Yeah, yeah.
So basically like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We also have the snake door. We have everything in here, right?
Yeah, we got everything.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay, rotating it. Let me just go down to 64. There we go. It was not wise rotating it, Fred.
Yeah.
Very unwise of you. Okay, let's see.
You're missing a few blocks.
That's weird. I can't delete those. Oh shit. Yeah, okay. It's because we have a ton of them on top of each other.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just go to the... Look at this. This is really cool. Okay. Here we have the snake door. Gonna leave that.
Oh, let's get in there.
Almost all the way around now. Oh, this sky, is the sky correct? Is this the sky from that level?
That's the right sky, yeah.
Oh,
there's lightning though, and we can pop that in.
As long as we have the old sound.
Fancy schmancy kismet.
Exactly.
Lightning.
So this is actually almost as easy as back in the old days, right?
This is easier than the old days.
Okay, let's
because
see.
they used to crash all the time, and
yeah,
you know, and you had to compile your maps and all that kind of stuff. You couldn't see it in 3D. You had to wait to see how it turned out.
All right, cool. Let's see. I think I'm all the way around. Yeah. So we have a few different ones here. We have.
You gotta. There's a few bits you missed. That section with the single height block.
Yeah.
That's a one wall.
So this is the pipe one. Let me just find
and
that.
those ones where the gads go around those walls.
To see. So this is under something called metal. Yeah, metal. Peepholes? No, that's not the one. Oh, metal circles, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah. We have one. Let's see. We have metal circles there. We have one here. Metal circles there, and we have one here.
There's a few in the corners you've missed. See that? Oh, you're doing it now. So the stream's a bit behind for me. It's like always the way, isn't it?
Yeah, the stream is always behind. Well, it's pretty impressive, all the way to New Zealand from Denmark.
Yeah, from Denmark, yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a corner here as well. What did the arrows mean here in the old days?
Those are the directions that the guards they patrol.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And there we go. And we have another one over here.
And see, in the middle of those gates, there's a hole.
Yeah.
Each of those.
Oh man, which one is that? The one called Matte Panel 01? This one?
Yep. Yep.
Oh yeah. This brings back memories.
Yeah, that one. We should have redone that for the new game.
Yeah.
Kind of surprised we didn't. So much stuff to do, you know. So
exactly. The one here on the over here, which one is that?
That one.
Is that the Matte Panel 2?
2, yep.
Okay.
And then in the middle there, I think, is the Triad symbol, if I remember correctly. So you've got the right one.
So this is the Matte Panel 2 here, and then the Triad symbol, like this?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Here comes the tricky part. We need to make the beginning walkway.
We can do that. There's a special mesh that's called, that Simon made, called Walkway.
The mesh girders?
Yep. Yep. And then there's a whole bunch of materials for those as well.
So
and now it's too high, so it's the middle two. You could walk above and below. So.
Okay, so the middle two.
Yep.
So that was like this. Did they go all the way out to the edge?
The player started along the top, and then there's a gun along the bottom.
But this right here, did it go to the?
No, just
no,
like
it
that.
didn't.
That's it's exactly like that. So.
All right, so we have two.
And find the material for the underneath part. There's one that looks like it's got kind of almost like a ceiling.
Let's see. So that's the below one. That must be.
Yeah, you should have done that. You copied them.
Yeah. Let's see what material this one has. Oh yeah, we have grinder feed, mid attach, middle, and platform. So which is which?
Let's have a look. Got a sec here.
So I guess this is
the middle, the one called middle. Oh no, mid attach.
That's the bottom
one. Yep.
Okay, and the top one.
That's right. The one that's there already is fine.
All right, cool.
Yep.
What was behind the player here? That was a. This just kept going on, right?
It was a start gate type thing.
So
there was but it was only on the. It's only on the bottom. There's like a door, you know, a gate.
Oh yeah. So did this just keep going backwards?
To see the next bit, and then there was a gate along the bottom, but above it there's wall. There's a wall above it. So you've gone too far with the girders. Where it says exit, it's written in yellow there.
Yeah.
There's just an archway that's covered for the very bottom square, but then above it is solid walls.
Okay, so the top here is solid. The next is also solid?
Yeah.
And then the bottom is...
The bottom was open with a... Well, not open, but I mean, it had a barred off gate, and I'm not too sure if we've got that. We probably do, though.
See, we have doors, right?
Yeah, or it could be in another thing, like in metal or something. So and you want to use the railing lever, I believe, mesh.
Let me know when you see something. Oh, we had matte window 2.
Oh.
Matte window 2.
Fire up, get it on my end, so I can probably find it.
See, we have frame. See what else we have. There's also stone, brick doors. The old ROTT had a ton of really cool textures.
Yeah. I don't know if we've got those ones actually. So you can just put whatever you want, you know, just pop a door. Maybe not a door, but maybe like just a Triad symbol or something for now. But we can import that actually. We can actually do that.
I'll put in a Triad symbol. Oh, matte window. Oh, that's cool. You can look through it.
Yeah.
Alright. Cool. So this is basically the starting point. Okay. What's next, Leon? We have all the GATs here.
Yeah.
Man, I can't even remember how they were formed.
The GADs.
Yeah.
They're just all around them, and they only move up and down about 2 blocks. Okay. It's really bizarre. I kind of don't even know why they were there.
Let's find... which GAT do you think we should use? Episode 1?
Yeah.
Let's see if we can make this fit the... Yeah, of course, this doesn't fit the grid. Yeah. C64.
Yeah, but you can scale it up like 1.75 something. I think it was what I used for the classic maps.
This fits perfectly. Look at that. There we go, and then we'll just copy this all the way around and group. There we go. And that was the GATs. Oh yeah, we have 3 in the front of the player as well.
Yep.
Alright. So what was this in here? These 2 red blocks.
This was secrets.
Which texture should we apply for these? The 2 red things here?
It was the same as the other ones.
Okay. So they
just have an action on them, which is to make them a.
Okay.
You hit a touch plate and then it pushes them.
Oh yeah, we have the plants. We actually, this is one of the assets we didn't use in our game, but we did it anyway. Let's see if I can even find it.
Which one's that? Plants.
We did the original ROTT plant.
Oh really?
Yeah. Let me actually just fully load. And then,
it's called pot plant. It's called tree pot.
Oh shit, that's why. Yay, fully loading for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
I found it.
Pot. That's the name for it. Tree pot.
Yeah, and then there's 2 parts. There's the tree and the pot underneath. Terracotta pot. Oh yeah, that's cool. So it's there. People can use that.
Yeah, we haven't used that actually at all. But it's just so unfitting in the current game.
Yeah.
Okay, still loading.
Yeah. Did you load the entire repo?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nah, it's gonna be done. It takes like another minute. It's done.
So what do we do? Sing a cappella road tracks.
We need Arturo in here.
Yeah.
To sing for us. So Leon, how are you doing? How's your level? Your level coming along? Your top secret level.
I haven't touched it. I've been fixing bugs.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
How's the bugs coming along?
Good.
Pretty straightforward.
There's actually not a lot of bugs. It's mainly people just jumping outside the maps and stuff.
Yeah. They're basically just putting blocking volumes around.
Yeah, pretty basic stuff. We got pretty much everything major worked out. Yeah. What's a big performance increase?
If people wonder what's going on right here, it's basically loading the entire repo of assets. It shouldn't take more than a couple of minutes, so it should be done.
It's also compiling some shaders there, I noticed.
So
probably because you haven't used them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost... There we go. Leon played the bass. Alright, it's done. So it's pot. Yeah, here's the pot. I got it. And then we have the... it's called pot tree. I think. Right? Yeah, there it is.
Yep, that's the one.
There it is. Look at
Yay.
that.
After all this time.
We got the pot tree. Okay. So let's find all the pots in this level. There's a pot over here.
Not many.
There's a pot right there. And we should have just done this instead of the actual Rise of the Triad game.
Yeah, yeah.
Just release this for $14.99.
Yeah.
Rise of the Triad with pretty weapons. Oh, there's another one over here. I think that was it for the pots.
Yep, that's about it. Yep.
Okay, Leon, what's going on here next to this pot thing?
Was ist das?
Was ist das?
That's actually that's a priest porridge.
Oh yeah, we have the priest porridge. Well, let's do the rest of geometry.
Yeah, you've got to put that fence in there. There's a special fence mesh.
We have the classic here. Let's see. Oh yeah, fence mid-plane, right?
Yep.
Let's hope this still fits the grid. Ah, yeah, it does. Then let me go to 128 again. There we go. Is this as high as the fence was?
Yep. Yep, trust me. I know the level very well. I remade it 1-to-1 for Return of the Triad, and it took forever.
Oh man. What about the walkways here?
Yep, okay, so those are... They go up 3 stories, and I just copied from what you did from the other bit, but instead of using that in, you know, the very bottom part, just do 2 middle sections.
Alright, so basically middle sections
So it's
for
3. Yeah, it's 3 off the ground, yeah.
So we have... Which way do they turn? Like this? Or do they need to be rotated?
They go flush along the wall.
So I have to rotate them.
Yeah, they're parallel to the wall. So you do have to rotate them 90 degrees. Yeah.
Let's see.
But change the material on the 2 bottom bits to be...
Alright. So all of these has to be bottom bits.
Yeah, they should be in that same. You'll find them.
There we go. Feet, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So all feet?
Yeah, whatever. Just if it looks alright, you know. I don't think we have the whole...
There we go.
Like, you could put that middle section in that girder middle, in the middle if you really wanted to be kept in.
So, girder in the middle?
Yeah, you should have hit the top part along the top.
Okay, let's do the middle as the middle.
It says the circle part is the top part. So it would be made up from 3 parts.
That's the platform. Ah, yeah, there we go. Perfect. Do you remember who made this level originally? Was it Tom Hall?
Yep.
Let's see. There we go.
Probably took him about a day to make this level.
Yeah. On a piece of toilet paper while talking on the phone.
Yeah.
It's so funny when you look in the strategy guide for ROTT, how the levels were made. When you see them from top down, it's just drawings of stuff.
Yeah. One of them's a dope fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's like actually in Doom 1, one of the levels is a giant hand.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, like a claw.
I think it's E3L2 or something. I think it is.
What about there's a middle part in here that looks a bit different.
It's the same.
It's the same?
Trust me. Yeah, it's just got a lightning gun on top.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Right, and I think we're soon about to do the floor, right? Yeah. So, Leon, how did the floor look in this level?
You could just grab the floor texture, which was FLRCL5, I think it is, isn't it?
Just find it in the classic package here.
It's like, yeah, materials.
Brick.
What's it called?
Oh, there's one called floor ceilings.
Yeah, that's the one. Floor ceilings, and it's 401. Oh no, sorry, floor 04.
Oh, the red one.
Yep, that's
and
the
then,
one.
what do we do for size on that to make it fit?
Just click 1.0 or whatever. Or
default? Yeah, that's perfect. Look at this. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Alright, so now we need our snake door. So these blocks basically... we're basically on top of this, right?
That works so well. It's amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, okay, so the snake doors have... you'd need to use that mid-plane thing, and above. No, they don't have a wall. They have a mid-plane.
Yeah, right.
Above them.
Find the mid-plane one. So basically, we have 1, 2, 3 parts, and the snake door. So that's this. Yeah, we have bottom and a.
Oh yeah, for the doors, there's specific parts.
Yeah, we need to. Is it two blocks high? I don't remember it being two blocks high.
No. The door. No, you need to. Okay, the doors are a bit more complicated. There's like a mesh called door.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, we've got specific door meshes.
Mesh door plane. Ah, that's the one.
You're gonna have to delete all those and start again.
Yeah.
And the door plane, you've got to flip 180 on the Z-axis.
So, yeah. So we have two basically on top of each other that are flipped. Let me just do this and then flip them. There we go. So we have the door.
Flip that sucker.
Flip that sucker. So the top one. Oh shit! That's
a technical term. Flip that sucker.
Okay, we have edge lower. Okay, so edge lower is that. The top is that. Oh no, that needs to be flipped again. Ah, yeah, there we go. Then we have this one. So that's snake center. Oh yeah, okay.
Yep.
Look at this. His tiny mouth. This is so cool. And we'll have this one. Flip C and flip X. Alright, cool.
Yep.
So that's pretty much it. What else do you want to do, Leon? What are we missing from this beautiful picture?
Lights, torches.
Oh yeah, where were those?
Also, scale up the floor to double what it is. It looks off to me.
Like this.
Yeah. And chuck a few guys in.
Alright, so where do we put the guys? You remember?
Well, let's put the torches in first and then...
Do you remember where the torches were? Now we don't have the floor anymore.
Yep, I know. They're next to the door.
Where the plants are?
Yeah.
So
The next brick along. Like, just grab that image I sent you.
Oh,
just
yeah.
take a look.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, so we have 1, 2. Okay. Let me find our prefab for the torch. Let's see. And torch. Where are you? There we go.
Yep.
I think this one has the actual... Yeah, there we go. Cool.
Is that the prefab one?
Yep.
Nice.
So it was basically... So these are on the edges. I actually need to move it 64. There we go.
Do they have lights and everything?
Oh yeah. Lights and particle effects and everything.
Nice.
So we have 2 torches there. We have...
I think there were some more torches by the gads where the player comes down as well.
Yeah, so we have
Oh.
1 and 2 on the other side. Okay, so there's 1.
For some reason there's 2 on one side, yeah. I don't know what's up with that. That's probably a mistake.
Yeah.
God, Tom Hall.
God damn it.
Thing right.
You had one job, Tom. God fucking damn it, Tom. Alright, this looks pretty much like it. When I look here, we have some weird small pixelated dots next to the priest porch. What's that?
It's a tree in this priest porch. And next to the torch is monk meals. It's a monk meal below.
Okay. So monk meal, priest porch, okay.
Yeah, grab them from the archetypes.
So we need behind this one. Oh no, that's the other one. We need. There we go. We need to put on. From the archetypes. That is called. This is a monk meal, right? Behind the tree, that's a monk meal.
Behind the tree is a priest porch, and next to the torch is a monk meal.
So we have a priest porch here. Perfect. And next to the torch, was there something next to the torch?
Yeah, there's a monk meal below it.
Ah, yeah, and there's a torch. Okay, torch and a monk meal below it. Wow, that's pixelated.
Yeah.
I thought that was a
torch.
I thought it was a tree. Yeah, I put a tree there.
That's
bad Fred. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in, and then we have a. That's below it. That's over here. That's a monk meal.
Yep.
That's right there.
And then there's a heat seeker. We might as well put these in as well.
Oh yeah, that's
right at the front, right where you come out along the top. There's a heat seeker. It's like the first thing you get in the game.
So that's basically pick up heat seeker.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't drag in. We're just gonna pop it in here. Come on, I hate when it's having a hard time actually showing up. Because it's hiding somewhere underground.
Yeah.
This is weird. The heat seeker is not showing up for some reason.
Is it the right one?
Pick up heat seeker. Yeah, pick up archetypes. Just try and drag it in here.
Sometimes if you have a grid, like snap on, if you tend to snap off.
Probably the grid that's way too huge. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me pop it in from the top down here. So that was basically the last one, right? Of the last block. Like this, right? Just see.
Yeah, it was along the top.
Oh no, yeah, the second last.
Yeah, where you come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like rock in with a heat seeker.
Yeah, there we go.
That they've left conveniently for you.
All right.
Guys, we should leave this heat seeker right near the entrance to our base. This is a great idea.
Next part. Let's make the gats go up and down.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how to marinate stuff?
I know, but you guide me through. Then the viewers.
Well, first of all, grab the 3 that are in the front there, and right-click them and turn them into movers.
Right-click.
Convert to
movers. Yep.
Yep. Then select the 2 side ones.
The 2 side ones?
Yeah, not the middle one.
Oh yeah.
And we'll attach them.
Yep. So what I do?
So the 2 side ones, hit F4 and then type in base to search and then click the lock button.
Yeah.
Along the top, then click on the middle GAD and then assign it to the base.
Base. Yep. There we go.
And then also type in hard attach.
Hard attach.
Yep.
Yeah.
And sure it's ticked.
All right. That's done.
Yep. And then you just go into Kismet, new matinee.
Kismet, new matinee.
And then you want to use that one. So
a new empty group, right?
Yep, new empty group. Yep. Call it GAD.
With let's just call it front GAD.
Yep. That doesn't really matter. You can call it whatever you want.
And inside that we'll have a movement track, right?
The track. Yep. That's it.
All right. Okay. Do you remember the rhythm and motion of these GADs?
Yep.
All right.
It just goes up and down in front of the player.
Okay. So, how many seconds do you think we should take for like an entire up and down?
Let's say 5.
Okay. Let me just snap these.
So yeah, just move along to 5. Hit enter. And then drag the GAD up.
Shouldn't we do like 5 up and then it stays?
No. You don't need to do down. You don't need to do down. I'll show you.
We'll just reverse it in Kismet.
Yep.
Shouldn't it stay for like a second or something like that?
Yep, we could do that in Kismet.
Okay, cool.
I'll show you how.
So we will drag this. Oh shit.
So you hit enter to create new key, and then just drag it up.
My issue here is that I don't have the grid snap on.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just drag it up.
Yeah. I just want it to be hit exactly the top. Let me just do it again. There we go. And
it doesn't hit the top. It goes up to where the player will stand on it.
Yeah. So it basically goes to right there, right? No, a bit lower, right?
Just kind of to where the circle thing. Down a bit.
Yeah, I think we need to manually, without grid snap, so...
That should be fine where it is, actually.
So something like this. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. Alright, that's done. So...
Hey Fred, can you mod Dave?
Mod Dave?
Yeah, because...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just see, I'll do Davey and Ben. I can make him OP. I'll do that.
Yeah, make him OP.
All right, Dave is a mod.
Cool, thanks.
All right, cool. All right, what's next?
Okay, now let's go into Kismet, and then create a new event, level loaded.
Okay, event.
Drag it into play.
Event, level loaded. Drag it into play.
Okay, then click D.
Yeah.
I mean, hold down D on the keyboard and click, and it should insert a delay.
Yeah. Between
yeah,
them,
and then
or?
After, from completed, it wants to go from completed to reversed, or to reverse. Sorry.
Okay, from reverse to
completed to reverse, and then do the same reversed to play, and it's
shit. Okay, so completed goes to what?
Completed. Okay, completed to delay to finished to reverse.
Okay, I can't drag completed to finished. I can drag completed to start.
completed to start,
yeah.
Then finished to reverse. Reverse, not reversed. Completed
reverse.
To start.
Yeah, okay.
Completed to start,
yep.
Finished to reverse, and then the same thing, reversed to play with
reversed,
a delay.
Reversed to play?
Mm-hmm.
Like this?
Do the same thing, just copy that. Or hit D and then insert a new delay.
Okay.
New delay.
Where do I put this in?
To play.
What do you drag from start to where? From the new delay?
Okay, so from completed to start to finish to play.
The same with the other delay?
Yeah.
Completed to start to finish to play.
Yep.
So does this look correct for you?
The stream's a bit behind, but yeah, currently to me it says reversed is going to play. You need to turn that off.
Okay.
Yeah. Just right click on it and on the reversed.
So like this?
and the reversed needs to be going into the top delay, not completed.
So reversed with a D needs to go into start on delay? The top delay?
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah. Reversed. So, yeah. And then delete.
That's basically it?
And then completed only goes to the bottom one.
Alright.
Do you get the logic of it?
It
completes, it pauses, it reverses, it finishes reversing, it pauses, it plays.
There we go.
Yeah. That's it.
So yeah, the pause is 1. Okay.
Yeah, 1 second's fine. You can make it 0.75 or something. Yeah, just play the game.
Let's see. Perfect. Awesome. All right, that works. Yep. So for all the other guests, we basically just copy them to the same matinee data.
You can if you want. I mean, you can, hook them all up to that. The other ones in the original game only moved up 1 block though, for some reason. I don't know why.
All right.
I mean, just leave them for now.
So just leave them on the bottom.
Yeah, let's just put some guys in them. That'll do.
Where do you want guys? See, what do we have? We had.
Okay, we're gonna add a path node up the top of those. You know, where we want the first guy to spawn.
So that's up here.
Yep.
So
I think there's about 3 guys. I think. Oh no, there's 4. Yeah, there's 1 on each, like, balcony thing. So you want to put a path node on the top of each of those.
So come on. There we go.
Yeah.
So there's 1, 2, 3,
4.
On the left side, there's 3 guys, right? And then there on the right side, there's 1, 2.
Yeah, let me just check that.
Oh no, the green. Okay, 1, 2. Yeah, that's 4 in total. Yeah, that green arrow is
a deathmatch start. Yeah, so there's 4 guys.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
So it's basically 1 here, one over here.
And rotate the apples to face the right way.
Oh yeah. So like this. So that's 1, 2, and then basically the same on the other side. 3, 4.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Okay, and you're gonna need to open up Kismet.
Yep.
And then from that same level started, you need to create 4 archetype spawners.
All right. So action.
Or just create one to start with.
All right.
And then grab from the archetypes. Grab. Click on the archetypes spawner.
Yeah.
And then make 2 slots, and then pick lightning guard and low guard because it used to randomly pick from those 2. So that's what the archetype spawner will do.
All right. So we'll do.
Pawn archetypes, low guard.
Do a low guard. Hunter or defender?
Hunter.
Alright, we'll do hunter. The second one, what was the second one? Lightning guard?
Lightning guard, just lightning guard. Just pop them in the second slot.
Let's see, where is he? Lightning guard in the same slot. Okay, that is done. There we go. Lightning guard and low guard.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, and then just copy that 4 times, and then the spawn points should just point each apple to the spawn points.
Okay, so the first apple, new object, right? Using path node 8? Or new event? Yeah, new object.
No, yeah, just right click on it and go, yeah, on the spawn point and go. Yeah, you can do it that way, whichever way you want.
Okay.
I usually select the path node, then on the path node, on the spawn point thing on the archetype spawner, I just right click and go new variable using.
Oh yeah.
It's the easiest way. And then just link all of those to start to the beginning of the level.
We have the next one and the last one.
Yep.
And all to load it. Oh, beginning of the level. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and now we need to create a pylon.
Alright. Where do I need to put that?
Okay, just right click and go new.
Just
Extra.
anywhere on the
pylon.
map?
In the middle, directly in the middle.
In the middle of the map?
Yep.
Okay.
And it should create a pylon, and then you need to tick use recast. You need to go into the properties of the pylon and tick use recast because we use recast for this. And then build paths. And then press P to make sure that it did build.
Oh yeah. Beautiful.
Can you see? Cool.
Yeah, it got into all the corners.
Yep, it does a really good job, so. Especially with all these blocks, it should have no trouble.
The thing is, there are no paths on where they are actually standing.
Yeah, so you might need to put a pylon seed just in case. Up on each thing.
So another pylon on top of each.
No. Pylon seed.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
The active browser.
Yep. I'll just make a search for a seed. Yep, there we go. Let's see if this is right. So on each of the ledge that a guy is standing on, right?
Yep.
So that's 1, 2. And can you tell the viewers what exactly the pylon seed does?
The pylon seed, yeah. So the pylon currently it'll only go along the ground, and if you have any areas that are high up, like balconies or whatever, you need to pop in a seed so it can find them. Because currently, yeah, it'll search from wherever the pylon you pop is, and it will only go along the ground. It doesn't look for bits up in the air.
Alright, I have 4
So,
seeds in now.
Yep, and then just rebuild paths. And of course, when we release it, we'll explain that a bit.
There we go.
Right.
Beautiful. Alright, cool. Then we need player start, right?
Yep.
I actually also forgot a row here, so the player will probably fall down. There we go. Okay, so the player start is probably... That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5. So that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's right here. Okay, let's see if I can get the player start actually in here, but it's having a hard time. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Barely fits.
Yeah, barely fits, yeah.
Alright,
Should.
let's pop in some music.
You need to build paths because you place the start
Oh yeah.
and rotate it north so it faces.
With the C, so we have the, oh yeah. There we go. And rebuild paths. There we go. Alright. Cool.
And yeah, music. You want to pop in a...
Yep.
Do you just want it to be the classic music all the time, or...?
Yeah, let's take,
Okay,
fast way.
because you can just use the standard play music. You
Yeah.
don't need to use our special one.
Let's show him off the ROTT music one, just in
Alright.
so they know how to put in both.
Yeah, I think
Basically, yeah,
Well, when we release it, we can do a little guide with all that kind of stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's action, ROTT sound, play ROTT. What this right here does, play retro, play modern, is basically when you check the retro music button or classic music button in the options, it plays the music connected to retro, and the same with modern. That's pretty straightforward.
Yep.
We'll just put in the retro one for both here. So it's always retro.
Yep.
So we have this one for the modern and this one for the retro.
Yeah, and then just put on level start. It shouldn't need the event.
Another bug with Unreal, you can't stop a music track from playing unless you play another sound that's not looping.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Okay, so on level start, loaded visible.
Yep.
Do I need to drag play modern in, or just on level start?
No, just on level start.
Well, I think that's pretty much it, right?
Yep. Fire it up.
All right, let's. Oh, game type. Huh.
Yeah, that's a quite important one. So save it first. Save it first.
Yep.
And then...
Saved. So game type, we'll use ROTT game single player, or we just use none. That's fine.
Yeah, you can use none. That'll put it into ROTT. That'll put it into ROTT automatically.
Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Here we go. Just pump up the music some more.
Fucking A.
I see no gods.
You might need to put it to beginning of level instead of on level start.
Excuse me?
Well, the Kismet thing, you had it at the beginning of level, not on level start.
Yeah, I have them on beginning of level.
Yeah, it should be on level start.
Let's see, on level start. 3 and 4. Okay, let's try again.
And you picked pawn types, not AI types, right?
Yeah, yep, they are here.
Did it work that time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
And did you heat seeker them to death?
Yeah.
nice. Oh man. They really do explode, don't they? It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can't stand on these. They don't have collision right now.
Oh, we'd have to, yeah, you have to add a collision volume or something. Oh, you just right click on them and go add collision actually. That's it. You can add a K actor if you want to explode. Whoa. Just like the original, except for like this super high detail.
Exactly. This is so cool. Okay, what did you say? Just gonna add collision to these three, right?
Yeah, you just right click on them and go set collision block all.
Let's try again.
Fucking A.
Oh, these guards are really aggressive.
Yeah, hunters.
Let's see if we can get this guy to steal my weapon down here.
Yeah.
Come on, steal it.
Changing mag. Changing mag.
I don't think he'll jump down.
No.
It might be too high for him to jump down.
This is really cool. Okay, do we wanna make the secret as well?
I don't know.
Put in
how
some
far
more-
into the story? How far into the story we want to go?
I don't know. What do you think? Should we just make this area here completely like one-to-one? Let's see what else we have. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it's-
Okay. Just reapply that ground material, and then make it.
I'm just gonna save this right here.
Oh, Dave says show off new multiplayer levels. That
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like a good idea. I just
Completely
have to
agree.
I just have to take a
This
break
is
from it.
so-
I just-
Take a break from looking at 8-bit graphics.
I have to go to the toilet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just give me a minute.
All right,
Okay.
cool. I will set back the music on and save this level. And okay, guys, we have a bunch of new multiplayer levels. So basically, each of us, basically the main level designers, made a DLC level each. Leon made 2. So we'll have 5 new DLC levels. We'll have one from William, one from Simon Rance. We'll have one from me and 2 from Leon. While Leon is away, let me start off by showing my level. My level is called Dunes of Hazard, which is this one right here. And I have the editor open 2 times. I don't know why. So Dunes of Hazard is capture the flag level, and it's basically in a dig site where the both the Triads and the Hunts have dug underground. With each their technology, the Triads have like the trucks and the Hunt have their digging equipment, and they're trying to dig up all these crystals right here. So there are 2 bases, a Hunt base and a Triad base, and all around the bases there's a ton of cool little things, weapons hidden here and there, and we have a pipe with some water and a waterfall out of a huge skull mountain where there's also weapons. There's a drunk missile right here. Opening the drunk missile voids warranty, by the way. And basically each base has some towers that you can gain access to by jumping on the jump pads and defend your base. Hey, Leon.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah.
And there are 2 Mercury modes for each base as well, so you can fly up and spam people with drunk missiles. There are several ways out of the base. You can either defend the base from the different windows. You can use the jump pads to jump out of your base. And from here you can defend the backside of the base as well, which you can also gain access to with jump pads. And the entire underground section of the base is actually also a part of this level. So you can go underground.
Dave says you should just play the map so you can...
Yeah. I'll just jump in, actually, I'll just jump in right here. There we go.
Alright.
Fucking A.
Fucking A. So, yeah, it's a capture the flag level, or team deathmatch, or symbol deathmatch. Whatever you would like to... Yeah, whatever you'd like it to be.
Whatever.
Whatever. So, let me just run around here a bit. So yeah, the underground part has two entrances from the top part as well, where you can jump down. And let me just show some of the jump pads as well. You can use the jump pads to jump into the towers. Shoot people from here. You can use the jump pads over here to get up and defend the backside of the base. And jump pads over here to get up and
there's no denying me now.
Defend the sides. And down in the underground part, you have the base connected, the blue part and the red part. And down here,
Payback time.
you have a low gravity field, which is here, where there's an Excalibur, basically in the lower center.
Kicking ass is my game.
And there's low gravity above that fan. So.
Exactly. That's really cool.
Jump.
And you can get up here with the jump pads. Let me just... Or you can shoot up here and use your heat-seekings. Heat-seeking missiles. Let me just go back up here.
Yeah, just fire straight up.
Yeah.
Face.
Just hope you hit someone.
Fucking A.
Let me just go up and get the Mercury mode here. Let's see. The Mercury mode, you can't get directly up to the Mercury mode by just jumping on the jump pad. You have to use some finesse. You can either rocket jump, but you can also get up to it by...
Jump in.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap.
You can jump up to the tower, and then from the tower to up here, and then
Yeah.
you have the Mercury mode.
Alright.
So yeah, that's basically the level. Desert style level, because slightly inspired by Command and Conquer, because I love Command and Conquer. Actually very inspired. I made these towers out of one single asset, which was this plank asset just stretched in all weird different ways. But yeah, we don't have any desert level, so I thought it could be cool to have a desert level in it. And that's the Dunes of Hazard map. Next up is let's show your level, Leon. You missed.
Yeah, you missed.
DM5, right? 6, sorry.
4.
4. 5, 6, 4.
8.
Alright, Leon. Tell us about your level. I'm gonna show... I'm just gonna fly around. Actually, I'm just gonna walk around in it.
Well, it's kind of like this thing buried in a canyon or chasm. It's like a cathedral church. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got like sort of mysterious caves with crystals, and it's just it's something that would never exist, of course, in real life. But you know,
It's Rise of the Triad.
Time to
yeah, stained glass everywhere and stuff. Church type place, you know, where they worship the fire flame wall.
This level is beautiful. Yeah, this is one of the prettiest levels you've ever made, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, this is the one level that I did all myself too. Yeah, nobody like did any set dressing that I didn't do.
Won't
So,
you
yeah.
be fair with this?
You did everything else. Set dressing, lighting.
Yeah, everything.
This is really cool. Oh yeah, let's go into the Quake area.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is so cool.
It's quite large too, so it's really suited to, you know, rockets, and you can really take advantage of it as well. Like, you can just like burst around the level. Like,
Oh man!
yeah,
Kick ass.
IGN said that our game looks like it's from 2006.
Yeah.
I
don't
think this is
so.
a good. I think it's a good. Yeah.
In all honesty, I don't think IGN never saw textures as detailed as ours.
Yeah.
That's just me, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a subtle Quake symbol there in the GATs.
Yeah.
Or maybe not so subtle because somebody saw it. Alright.
I love how you did, how you put lights behind these, and then they made them reflect on the ground. That looks so cool.
The stained glass, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually a real reflection. It's not just you know, texture.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Unreal Engine's lighting. That's really cool. I haven't seen any game that really makes use of stained glass yet.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's there in E4L2 as well, in Cathedral level.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Goodies.
It's just not as quite. It's not quite as bold as it is in this level, so yeah.
All right. Goodies.
So yeah, that's
Alright.
basically that's you missed.
Yeah.
All right, DM6. That's testing tube. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Do you want to talk a bit about that, Simon Slow?
Yes, this is one made by Simon, and it's a science lab, and this level is hugely vertical. So we've got, you know, a ton of jumping and this massive sort of circle in the middle that you, a circle, what do you call it, a cylinder where you can just jump down, and there's lasers and lava and all sorts of stuff in this level. Nice and big. So I think this one's going to be awesome.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be really popular, this level. Let me just see if I can get up to the laser area.
Yeah, the switches are right below the first.
I think I need to use this one.
And there's also caves underneath.
Lock and load.
And then the lasers.
The lasers. I'ma fire my laser.
Jump into the lasers.
Oh yeah,
Show them what happens.
Tarantino is my name. Kicking ass is my
that's
game.
pretty cool. An alarm goes off if you pick up the Excalibur. So basically, the entire level knows.
Alright,
All right,
good.
someone picked up the Excalibur. Oh, these are two new music tracks as well that we're releasing. Cool and Owl.
Yeah, finally.
So
Payback time.
5 new free levels, 2 brand new music tracks, alongside a patch with 50 pages of changelog.
Mixes. Yep. Run around the caves.
There's no denying me now.
So yeah, this is basically testing tube. One of this is actually, I think this is the first complete level Simon Rance did. Oh no, Vomitorium, of course.
Yeah, Vomitorium, and he helped me out with E4L2, but that was interesting.
Yeah. Well, basically, this is completely original Simon Rance. Can you tell the guys about who he is?
Yeah, Simon worked with me on Return of the Triad. He's been my best friend for 18 years or something, so we worked on all the stuff.
And Simon and Leon is a level design duo that's gonna continue doing stuff for all of our future games.
Right.
So
yeah.
So if you like the Savada and Rance mix, if you like the Savada with the Rance dressing, keep an eye out for future Interceptor games.
Yeah.
Alright, next one, let's show Skykill.
Yeah.
And a crash. I think we spent up all of my RAM doing the session so far, so let's just restart the editor. Let's see. So the next one is this is a really cool one. This is called Skykill. This is one badass multiplayer level. Without music in it. What do you wanna... Hey, let's ask the fans. What
Time to bring the pain.
Yeah.
What music would you like to see in this level?
This is a classic. Sort of... I guess not entirely classic.
Yeah, this is a really cool. This is like a sky-based jump pad level.
Payback time.
Just...
And like everyone has a different...
Shit, we'll just put all the tracks in there and just have them play the playlist.
Yeah, we could randomly pick each time.
How about a track that's... How about one that sounds really cool in Classic, since it's a classic map?
Well then, what about... what's a good one?
Let's just listen through a few of them. As you can see from top down, this is a very simple, but I think this will be... Imagine this with 16 players. Or 32.
Yeah, this is it's aimed for 1v1, sparring.
Let's just find the original playlist.
Yeah, a lot of people are recommending Adagio. That would go pretty well.
We can take the original Adagio and pump it in there. Let me just find the original. Let's see. Music, classic ROTT. Here we go. Yeah, that could be really cool.
Yeah.
That would fit. So this is Skykill. Really cool level. I think this will be really popular, especially if you have tournament events and you know, people trying to play for real.
It's one of those ones that's super simple, but it's got like quite a direct path. Like you can only go certain ways around the level to get to different parts. Like even though it looks like you can jump from, you can't get across the map quite quickly. I mean, you can go down to the bottom, but you can't get up to the top. So it's
exactly. You have to use the jump pads.
Yeah.
All right, and
yeah, there's a firebomb, but it's right out in the furthest part to get. But you can also get people with the firebomb quite quickly if you know that they're going for it. You know, you could deny them.
I think that's the good part of this level. You can pretty much hit, if you're on the top, you can hit it everywhere.
Yeah, you can see any. Yeah, there's not much cover, so.
Yeah. All right.
And you can hit back the firebomb with the fucking Excalibur.
Yeah.
Pro. You just have to get pro.
You just have to get pro, guys.
Yeah.
No, don't shoot. Please, no, don't shoot.
Okay.
Please,
oh
no,
shit, that was a looping one as well. There we go. Okay, the last one. That's actually one of the levels I'm the most excited about. It's not completely done yet. The others are open for our beta testers to play and have fun with. The last one here is not open yet. It's not completely done. It's almost there. But this is definitely gonna be one of the absolute coolest levels of the entire multiplayer roster. Oh, that's not it. DM7, right? Is it DM7? Yeah, it's DM7. There we go. Oh, you know what? Let me actually just update first, because there was a new update that just came in for it.
You just updated it, yeah.
It shouldn't take long. Leon, I'm actually pretty proud that we... how long did it take? Like half an hour to do this area?
The classic part?
Yeah, like the first part
about
of...
an hour.
That's actually pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm really looking forward to the fans seeing if we can have some recreate the Hunt Begins or just the original campaign in classic mode.
That'd be cool.
If we can get the entire campaign redone in classic mode, we can when you start the game we can have like an option for classic mode. So when you start in classic mode, it'll replace the classic levels.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
It'll be pretty cool. Then we'll have 2 separate scores. We'll have classic mode scores and modern mode scores. That would actually be pretty cool.
It'd take quite a while though. You know, it's like you've got to make every secret wall one by one. And,
yeah.
You know.
It's gonna be pretty awesome. While we wait for it to download so we can show off the last level, I also want to show off the weapons DLC that you guys already know or have known for quite some time, that we're working on a shotgun, and the actual design of the shotgun is done. The way it's gonna be made is we're planning on a public event where it will be made while you guys can watch it and ask questions and so on and put into the game. Basically a bit like this, but with a guy, our lead artist, actually creating it and showing you guys how to make a weapon from scratch. But before that, we can show you what it will look like and how it will work, and I can talk a bit about how this will be the most badass shotgun in first-person history. Hopefully you guys will agree with us that it's pretty damn badass. Let me just find it here. Let me just put on some music. So the shotgun.
The shooty.
All right.
It's definitely a Triad shotgun.
It definitely is. There we go. So this
it's more badass than double barreled. Somebody said, yeah.
This is the ROTT gun, or Triad shot, or whatever you want to call it. We're open for names. I think we're gonna put up maybe on Facebook a cool little vote where you guys can vote for cool names for it.
Yeah. So
the way it's going to work is basically it's basically an automatic shotgun where the player pumps as fast as you can shoot. So every time you shoot, the player pumps it, and the 3 barrels rotate once. So you can also use the secondary fire mode, which basically shoots all barrels at once, and then everything explodes and everyone dies. And then it takes like 3 pumps to fill them up again. So when you use secondary fire mode, it takes a bit more time before you can fire a normal fire mode again. Normal fire mode is basically as you would consider semi-automatic. Like you can shoot really fast with it. When you hit enemies with it, they will die instantly. I think it's pretty much instant kill for all. It will be in single player as well. For all single player enemies, it's instant kill except for the Death Monk and the Enforcer, and of course the robots.
Yeah, robots. Yeah.
Guards, whenever you shoot them, it will apply a force push physics to them. So when you shoot a guy, he will die, but he won't jip immediately. He will die. He will fly backwards, and as soon as he hits an object, he will jip in a million pieces. So basically, when you run around and shoot people with this, you'll just see people like fly backwards and splat on walls and stuff like that. It's gonna be pretty damn insane. This is not a model. This is just the concept art. The actual weapon isn't modeled yet, and that's where we're gonna plan a really cool event for you guys, where you will see this getting modeled in real time, and you can follow the artist while he's modeling it, asking him questions on Livestream, and basically see how he takes this concept art and turns it into a weapon in the game. And then later on, we're most likely also going to show you how we code it and pop it in there and run around and shoot people with it. So, and that's most likely going to end up with a small, really cool time-lapse video, and then some footage of us blowing up shit with a shotgun. And the update just finished, so let me show you guys the yeah, everything will be on this Twitch channel. Let me show you guys the last level in this this DLC, which is not completely done yet, but it's almost there. Very close.
Yeah.
What's the name for this one, Leon?
This one's called Dish Served Hot. So like, instead of a dish served cold,
exactly,
like revenge.
So this is Dish Served Hot. It's not completely done yet, but it's getting there. This is a huge deathmatch level. Let me just get in there and run around a bit.
There's no trees yet.
Yeah, no trees, no grass. A lot of stuff still
horrible
missing.
Horrible shadows from the landscape effects.
Let me just go in here. So yeah, there's a ton of stuff missing in this one still. Some textures here and there, final lighting, final post-processing and stuff like that. But it is getting there. This is gonna be a really, really cool level as well.
Yeah, it's like a communication space.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of satellites and aerials and...
Not Command and Conquer inspired at all.
We love Command. We love Command and Conquer, man.
This is basically the Advanced Communications Center from Tiberian Dawn, made into a level. Yeah. The super advanced.
Those domes look kind of like the Red Alert 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Red Alert 1, sorry.
The radar dome.
Yeah, the radar dome. Holy count.
Look at this right here. It doesn't get more ROTT than this, right?
Yeah.
It's like stuff that makes no sense at all in a radar base, but
yeah. Hand of God. We might make those a bit faster so that Hand of God is a bit more difficult to get. There's a pit, which you die if you fall in, but you have to be pretty stupid to get into that one.
Let me find it.
We should put in Elasto mode, so that...
Oh yeah, just to piss off players.
Yeah.
Let's piss off players even more than we do in single player, and put in Elasto modes in this level.
Yeah.
How about, what if we do an extra one where we do the first room in Vomitorium and just make it a 16-player deathmatch level?
Oh my god! We could do that, it'd be easy.
Just people elasto-moding all over the place.
It's like the Vomitorium, alright, jeez.
That could be
everyone has to play with Oculus.
Yeah, exactly. You can't start the level unless you have an Oculus Rift connected and actually turned it on in-game.
We'd be responsible for so much puke.
Oh man.
And you have to eat a full roast dinner before
yeah.
and a couple of beers.
You have to have a couple of beers and a full roast before you're allowed to play it.
It's like, ugh. You know, when you're so full that it hurts.
Look at how silly the Triads are. Like they crash their cars into everything, and
yeah.
There's rarely a place where you have a truck in the single player campaign that's not crashed into something.
Yeah. They're not very good at the brakes.
Yeah.
Like maintenance and stuff.
They're really bad. Like look at this. They have an entire thing that's burning. they just close it down instead of just putting out the fire.
Yeah.
This right here.
We might put an awesome spotlight behind there so it blinks and it looks like, you know, it's fully on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just don't care about maintenance. They're like, oh, fuck it.
It's like Star Trek. Shit just sparking everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like, who needs fuses?
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah.
But it looks cool, so...
It's a great level. There's a lot of people can play in this one too, which is good.
What's up with this right here? Like, who's sitting behind this glass? Who's afraid to go out here? Must be the janitor or something. He's sitting in there and just making sure everyone is...
It's like the supervisor or something.
This is the pit.
There is a yeah, you went through the supervisor's office. He has like a fireplace in it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fireplace inside the Command and Conquer base.
You died, you exploded. That was awesome.
This pit is the best thing ever. It's only there for people to fall into. You should make it like a vacuum pit so people actually get sucked down there if they get close to it. That won't piss off people at all.
Right. I don't know, we'll work something out with it. I think maybe it's something floating in the air, so if you stuff up,
Yeah.
That's a brush that someone's added by mistake just there.
Yeah. Maybe I did that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's this.
If you hit Control A, it'll... Yeah.
There we go. So, yeah, this is basically the...
And you can get up on all the roofs too, which is quite cool.
Oh, yeah, you can get up on this one over here.
Yeah.
Pick up a nice little split missile. So, yeah, this was... This is pretty much the last of the new 5 really cool DLC levels that we are releasing very soon. Basically, our highest priority currently is to get the patch 1.1 out there. Patch 1.1 is huge, a couple of gigs at least, but it fixes a ton of stuff, adds a ton of requests from you guys, like being able to hide the counters on the screen, being able to enable frames per second counter, and a lot of cool little things you guys requested besides all the actual bug fixes. We're also that's the first release we're planning on. As soon as that's ready, as soon as the beta testers are done and we've fixed all of the new stuff they found, we will dig into preparing the LDK for you guys and the DLC map. So the DLC maps is also part of the beta testers mission to make sure all of those are ready. As soon as they are ready and tested through, we'll release those. And since it's free DLC, it'll just come as an update for you guys. So all the levels will appear in the level browser. We're also completely revamping the entire level browser. So the level browser will, instead of being a small drop-down thing where you can select levels, it will actually be its entirely own page. So each level will have a screenshot and a description. You can check levels off on the list to create your own playlist, basically your own rotator, level rotator in multiplayer. So we call them playlists. So that's in there as well. It has different tabs. Sorry, it has a tab for official levels and it has a tab for community levels. Everyone that level that doesn't have like if 2 people has the same community level, they can play against each other. We're also doing a third thing, which is really cool. Another thing we're playing around with, which actually I'm just gonna show it off because I thought that could be pretty fun to do. So so it's a new. Let me turn down the volume of Rise of the Triad. Once it starts up. So Leon and our lead coder and I are actually working on a separate new game mode. We're just trying to see how much stuff we can give you guys to play around with, but there's a lot of free stuff coming. This is basically. Let me just see. This is the no Steam one. Leon, do you have the? Can you send me this shortcut for the mode on? On Skype?
It should be. No, it should be. Isn't it an SVN in the dedicated server start?
It's in. It is.
If you go to the root SVN folder, I think so.
No, it's not. Gregor sent us
don't.
like a long code. Actually, let me just pull it up. I have it on. I have it over here.
Yeah, I don't have that. So, or was it in the Skype window?
Yeah, I have it in my Skype window here. Let me just find it quickly. Just see. A long code. So basically, this is going to be our version of Horde mode. We were kind of thinking that it would be really cool to have a big level where you can have multiple multiplayer players in a base that basically get swamped with waves of different enemies, everything from low guards to enemies that stomp around, and you have to cooperate and kill these guys together, and then we just make each wave harder and harder and give all the players a combined pool of lives. So
it's co-op kind of. You know, it's just like a typical invasion or horde or
exactly. It's
gonna be fun.
Very straightforward, and it's gonna be hilarious for you guys to play around with. We're still it's something we put in there just to play around with, just to see if we could make it work, and actually work surprisingly well. So that's kind of why we decided to go forward with it, and it kind of spun into its own thing. We didn't really plan on doing it, but it's actually. We actually got it to work. We actually got it to work relatively easily, and it was actually fun as hell. So Leon is working on a really cool level for you guys. One level for this specific game mode. That and
then it'll probably be up to other people to make them in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't find the specific code to launch it right now, Leon. I'm looking through the chat.
Gregor's just sent it to you.
Oh, he sent it to both of us. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
perfect.
there we go.
Okay, let me pop that in. Start ROTT entry. Okay. Whoop. Just a sec.
Close down your copy of the game.
Yeah, this doesn't work. Can you send me the in the console? Gregor's just sent me the batch file info instead. I actually had this batch file run the mode before, but I removed it from it.
Just go back into your batch file. I think if you just type ROTT space server and then that stuff.
Oh yeah, that's probably it.
It should work. But then you'll have to join localhost with your dedicated server.
That's how I did it before. I joined the localhost by just launching a dedicated server on this game mode. But last time I actually...
It should be start. It should be ROTT. It's just start.
ROTT server entry.
Instead of start, just type ROTT.
Yep, there we go. And then I launch this one. Then that was actually it. I launched the wrong one. Okay. All right, there we go. Let me just start up 2 copies of the game. So we have 2 people that can join. There we go. This is also very experimental stuff that we're still working on.
Hopefully it doesn't crash because of the stream.
Yeah. Gotta play offline here and play offline here. Just join. There we go. And both have started. So this is our small entry test map for where we are testing this.
If you've ever cheated, you should recognize it. You know?
Yeah, if you ever cheated to entry, you should recognize this map.
Attention! Combat starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There we go. And right now we are just gonna get spammed with enemies.
Are you in yet?
Oh shit! I almost killed the entire horde range. That was the first wave.
Well, that was easy.
Dirty
Oh,
Sanchez is standing there. Oh, this is our Super Mario feature. We can jump on people's faces and they will they'll lose health.
2, 1.
I think the second one here has, the second wave has rocket launcher guys as well. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically our prototype of a game mode. We well, we don't know yet if we'll actually put it in the game. It's a small side project we're working on whenever we're not working on anything else. But if we can get it to work completely, and if Leon's level is awesome, which I'm having no doubts that it'll be pretty damn awesome, then whoop. Then we'll most likely release it as a cool little thing. Holy cow! This is pretty insane.
Yeah.
So that's
It must have
basically.
worked for everyone. Oh man.
Gotta kill myself. There we go. So yeah, that's basically it. That's what we wanted to show you guys here today. Just basically everything we're working on currently, from DLC to the patch to new game modes to the new shotgun and so on. The Ludicrous development kit. Where we did the classic map, we showed you, just the basics of how to do a normal, a real map using the in-game graphics and how to set up some basic Kismet and so on. Inside that, you can also import your own OBJ files and create. If you created some models yourself, you can replace weapons and replace characters and add new assets to levels. If you want to create level that looks like Super Mario 64, just create Super Mario 64 assets and pump in there, create a new level. So basically the development kit allows you to do pretty much whatever you want to do. It'll be released as a separate kit, a separate download. That it won't be part of an update, but it will be free, of course. It requires the full game in order to play it. And with it, there will be a new menu item called User Maps Browser that will include all the user maps. For instance, if you want to do a campaign, you can do an entire campaign, pop in the files in the User Maps Browser, and even use cutscenes, use videos, use everything you want to create your own campaigns. It's very simple, very straightforward. If you are in any doubts on how to do stuff, like how do you make the next level show after the previous level and so on, how do you set up everything, we will ship the development kit with some of our own levels, some of our most classic levels, so you guys can check out how they are working. Maybe we'll have a boss level in there as well, so you can see how those are set up. Just a basic one like Darian is possibly one of the most simple boss battle. Oh, Enemy is probably one of the most simple ones, but pop one of those in there as well, so you guys can see how that's set up. You can just copy paste whatever you want from our levels into your levels to make it work the way. So that's gonna be a ton of fun. release dates for all of this. We're aiming for patch 1.1 on September 1st, and then after that, as quick as we can pump the stuff out, we will pump it out to you. So you will know whenever something new is ready. We'll most likely do some awesome trailers for it. We'll have some tutorial videos as well, some documentation and so on. So basically, the game will be yours after that, in your guys' hands to do all the crazy stuff you can imagine. You can even do your Triad kart racer game if you beat us to it. That's something I really want to see, the Triad kart racer game.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty much it from us. Leon, you have anything else you want to show or share or talk about?
No, I think we covered everything. But just, yeah, keep an eye on Facebook and Twitter and all that for what we'll be doing when we're releasing it and all that kind of stuff.
All right, guys. And yeah, we'll have this the Hunt Begins level as well in the development kit as a template, so you guys can continue working on it if you want to. So yeah, that was pretty much it. This stream will be saved, put on YouTube, shared on Facebook, Twitter, and so on. So you can always go back and check out the cool stuff we showed. And once you're sitting with the level editor yourself and you want to see, okay, how did Leon and Fred set up some enemies running around, you can go in and check out how we did that as well. So that was pretty much it, guys. And thank you very much for joining us. And we will see you on the forums.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.